Hey, welcome back to another video. It's JP. I thought might as well do another video today as well for Thursday. Get it out of the way, get it out of the open before I start on with some other work. So this video, I'm just going to jump straight into it. But if you like this video, like, comment, or if you can relate to it, comment your views, because this topic is deep. Thank you again to JW for sending me this video. This topic, sorry. Domestic abuse. What do I think of domestic abuse? I think domestic abuse is wrong, or any type of violence I think is wrong. I just think that if you can't talk to each other, then there's no point being in the same room as each other. You shouldn't be with someone who is violent towards you, because once they hit you the first time, you tell, and they say, "Oh, I'm really sorry, please forgive me," and then you forgive them and you take them back, just like cheating. You're giving them permission to keep doing what they're doing, because you're saying to them it's okay for them to abuse you in the way that they do, because you're allowing it to happen to you. You're not saying, look, you put your hand on me once, you're out the door. You're like, I know love is love and love is difficult and you should fight for love and stuff, but there's fighting for love and fighting for your life. I don't care if you're male, female, if you're animals, if you're whatever you are, boy, girl, whatever, violence is violence. And it's just like whether a child hits their parent, that's, I still class that as domestic abuse. Like, just opposite where I live, they've calmed down a bit for a while now. You've not heard them for ages, but normally you would hear them fighting with each other, literally fighting with each other. And they'll literally come out in the, is it hallway? Parlour? I don't know what you call it. Normally come outside your front door, and she'll scream at the top of her lungs, and he'll call her names, and you can hear he's like slaps her. You can literally hear the slaps, and she's like saying, "Get off me! Don't touch me!" Then she runs outside to the main street, like to the car park, screaming her head off. And then he runs after her, and you literally can see them through your kitchen window, or if you stand on the balcony, you can literally see them two going at it. And it's just like, but yet they're still together. I wouldn't be with someone who abuses me mentally, physically, or emotionally. It's wrong. Violence is wrong, and you should never be with someone who's going to mentally abuse you, physically abuse you, like, attack you, beat you just to make themselves feel good. And if someone says, "Oh, the drink made me do it," no. The drink gave you the encouragement to do it. It didn't tell you, "Drink me, let's go and beat someone up. Let's go and, attack someone, or let's go and abuse our partner." It doesn't work like that. You want to do it. The drink just makes you want to do it even more. It gives you the encouragement to do it. And to be in an abusive relationship, yes, it's very difficult to get out of, because they have control over you. You lose touch with your family, you lose touch with your friends, because they control you and tell you you can't talk to your family, you can't talk to your friends. They make you feel isolated. They make you feel like it's your fault, and it really isn't your fault. Growing up in an abusive household that I was in, mentally as well as physically, I was bullied a lot, like I said, and I just believe that violence, for me, I would never abuse people like that, because it's just wrong. And I just feel that if you can't talk to each other, then you shouldn't be together. You can't love someone and then beat them up, or whatever the next minute. It just doesn't work like that. So yeah, this is going to be a quick video on domestic violence and what I think domestic violence is about. I mean, I see it out in the street as well. Some woman was walking, and her partner was like walking in front, she was like behind, and he was like saying, "Get a move on, you bitch," you know. You just wait till you get home, you're gonna get it. And she's like, "Why? What have I done? What did I do?" And he goes, "You know what you've done," and all the rest of it. And I just thought, wow, it's so sad. And you know, she had a child with her as well. And then all you're hearing then is the child swearing at the mother because the father was doing it. Another time, I was on the bus coming home, and a woman and her partner was on the bus. They came on the bus after me, and all you heard was he was like just cussing her out, calling her name, saying to her how stupid she is, how he doesn't know why he's with her. You know, she can't do anything for herself, and she was like really, really skinny. And when I say skinny, I won't say she was anorexic, but she was proper skinny. And he was just literally calling her name, saying you're useless, you've got nothing going for you, I don't know why I'm with you anyway, don't even know why I've got kids with you, blah 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 blah. And she was just saying, well, why are you so nasty? Why are you being like this? I haven't done anything. And he goes, carry on and I'm going to smack you in your mouth. And I just thought, wow. So I just got up and moved. Yeah, I just moved away from that situation. I got off the bus then. I just thought, you know what? Let me get off the bus and wait for the next bus to come and get on that. Because I don't want to be around people who are who's gonna just like beat up their partner in the middle of the bus. And especially if you get involved, then it comes back on you. So it's just like, you know what, let me just stay out of the way, let me just go get off the bus, yeah, and then whatever happens, but you can't really get involved because then you're the one that's going to get attacked as well. And I'm not putting myself in that situation for anybody. I don't care who you are, I'm not getting involved. It's nothing to do with me. But I just believe that violence, domestic abuse and all that type of stuff is wrong, it shouldn't happen, and you need to report it. So if you're going through domestic abuse, there are support out there for you, just like gays, bisexual, just like sexuality is or whatever. There's always support out there for you. If you're female, there's support out there for you if you're in an abusive situation. And people don't talk about male abuse. People only think that it's only females that get abused. Hold on a second, I will be right back. Let me just pause this. And we're back. So males can get mentally and physically abused as well as females in a relationship. It's not just about females. People always assume that it's females because females are the ones that report it more, whereas males tend to not report domestic abuse from their partners because they feel that they're less of a man, or they feel like, oh, if people knew that they were getting abused, if their friends knew they were getting abused by their female partners, they'll be like, oh, you're a wuss, you're this, you're that, you can't even stand up to yourself, you can't do this or that and the other, what a wuss or whatever. So they feel like, because of that, they just feel like, you know what, let me just keep this to myself, let me not say anything, let me not do anything because I don't want people to think less of me. If people think less of you, then that's their problem, that's their issue. Nothing to do with you. It's not your fault that you're getting, that your partner is abusing you. Whether you're in a same-sex relationship, because it happens in same-sex relationships, whether you're in opposite sex relationships, see, I'm not using labels here, whatever kind of relationship you are in, domestic violence is not okay. And if you're a male, and you're in the same sex, or you're a female and you're in the same sex relationship, and this is happening to you, please report it. I know the police can be obnoxious, and they can, there are some police officers who think that they're above the law and all the rest of it. But if you can't report it, then there are, if you Google search some, domestic violence, it will come up of support there for you, people you can talk to. If you're feeling suicidal because of the domestic violence, please contact Samaritans, or contact any support network, because there are people out there that is willing to help you, give you that support that you need, and get you out of the situation that you're in. Because if you don't get out of the situation that you're in now, if you don't ask for support and ask for help right now, the next time that your partner abuses you, you could be dead. So my advice to you is, put your pride aside and get the support that you need, because you don't deserve to be abused. You do not deserve to be beaten up by your partner or by anyone. Anyone put their hands on you. I do believe in self-defense. If someone puts the hand on you, you can put your hand on them back. I do believe in self-defense, but I don't believe, if it's just one-sided. If you're both fighting each other, you both deserve it. But if it's just one-sided, then you need to report it. You need to get out of that. You need to get out of that relationship before it turns very nasty. And trust me, it will turn nasty. No one deserves any of that. So so I'm going to leave it here. But thank you for watching. Remember, there are help and support out there. You are not, I don't know how many times I need to say it, you're not alone. You really aren't alone. There are people who's been in your situation. Please get in touch with Samaritans, or get in touch with your local groups or whatever it is. Google search it and they will come up with lots of support. Contact them anonymously if you don't want to give your name, and just let them know what's going on, and they will advise you in the best possible way they can to get you out of the situation that you're in. Please stay strong, stay blessed. You're not alone. There's no judgment, no hate from me, and I love you all. Salut.